a threat, but I would not say the market where we are, it will completely vanish. But there will be new opportunities coming into the market. There can be a capsize new opportunities, and we can increase our scale of reaching to the customer. Customer reachability will be more with the LTE, and narrowband still continue because it is one of the critical communication for the oil and gas, where we don't have still the broadband connectivity where which meets all their requirements, and I don't see any big threat for the coming at least 5 to 10 years.
So just to add to that, so like Kishore rightly said, right now the market is a TETRA market, and the reason for that being the majority of the oil and gas and the critical industries rely on TETRA, and TETRA has its level of reliability and security and availability that nothing else offers. Does that mean this is forever? No. There's a lot of transformation that's happening, there's a lot of evolution that's happening in the LTE space, and eventually things will move. But like Kishore also rightly said, the POC solutions open up a wider market. This helps us approach industries and customers who we traditionally did not sell to or who did not utilize the TETRA services. It broadens the customer base for us. And the dependence on video is something that is growing right now. The need for video is something that's growing right now, and this is something that can properly be addressed by the MCX kind of solutions, which offer both voice, video, as well as a lot of the reliability that the traditional PMRs do offer. So yes, we will see a trend over the longer term, but for now it's primarily a TETRA space.
As added today in the meeting, that Hytera is well prepared for this coming evolutions, where you are giving the converged solution, where TETRA and broadband on an LTE solution is being equally given a priority and giving the convergent solution, which adds the value to the new space, like camera space. You are having the POC cameras, so which can also talk to POC and POC to TETRA. So it gives wider and additional opportunities. So as a threat, there can be a little cannibalization of 10 to 20% in radios of TETRA, but it again opens the additional 10 to 20% of additional space for us to capture the market.
So this is the future, and we're at a time where we are embracing the growth of this new technology. It's still, I would say, in our understanding, it's still at its growth or even still at its infancy. But it'll definitely catch up. The requirement is there. As the markets adapt, as the markets learn, as the customers learn, the demands are going to come, and we as operators have to be ready to address this.
Not just the operators, as a partners in product solution, we expect the same from Hytera, and I think you are already rightly moving in that direction, which helps us in moving into that way.
We always have an existing relationship, so it's always easier to leverage on an existing relationship than build a new one. So as an operator, we would be the first to be approached and also to approach customers. Yeah.
To answer this, because the mission critical solutions which offer with a rental basis, these are for the events basis we given, and these events again the broadband or LTE solution, it can be a network congestion because events operate a specific location and a specific purpose. So people will definitely go for a narrowband rather than the LTE because it has a dedicated frequency and secure and it's reliable. And there is a fallback mechanism always. So I really don't see big threat over there because the events are short time and people would be like to have it with their existing experience, not to change much.
So again, to answer the second part of the question, where you wanted to know whether the business users and the MCX requirements are, whether it's different. In a way, you could say yes, because if you look at a lot of the, if we approach some of the smaller segment of customers who currently are non-TETRA consumers, but still have a requirement for one-to-many communication, for them it may not be critical to have all the functionality of MCX, but still POC on its LTE domain itself fulfills a lot of the requirements. Again, coming back to my previous point, that it opens up a lot of new business and new subscribers. MCX in itself, in terms of the reliability and fallback and everything that it offers, there are generally specific segments of customers that we cater to today on our TETRA. And eventually these guys, as their requirements evolve, as the requirements increase, as the requirement for video, as the requirement for devices that can do way more than just voice, as those requirements increase, eventually the evolution will happen to MCX. That's what we feel.
Our vision is always aligned with our organization, and our organization's vision is always to provide a best service and be the first leader in the market for our customers. So with that kind of motto or vision, we have to always be evolving ourselves to provide the best of the services and utilize the available best technologies.